Jordan, this is ATC.
Hi, I'm Dustin LeBlanc. I'm an emergency medicine physician and I'm the Associate Chief Medical Officer with oversight of the Admit Transfer Center. I've been working at the Admit Transfer Center for the past few years and have found it an incredibly rewarding process. We really strive to place patients where they need to be throughout the system, not only inpatient, but transferring between facilities and getting them the care that they need. We understand that MUSC is a complex organization with a lot of different locations and specialties and capabilities. We want to make sure that we're getting the patients to the right place at the right time.
But our job is to connect physicians and to help facilitate getting documentation and tell the physicians availability, and especially in critical situations, to get the patients here in a very timely manner.
The Admit Transfer Center is staffed by some very experienced nursing staff that can bring some clinical expertise into the process and have a depth of understanding because they've been at the bedside, they understand what the providers are feeling, and they understand the importance of getting patients to the right place quickly.
And we help the physician. A lot of times we get calls from secretaries, we get calls from doctors, PAs, nurses, you name it. They call our line and they're requesting transfer, sometimes just in between MUSC facilities and sometimes for the facilities throughout the state.
We started out with 8 hospitals when I started, and now we're up to almost 16, and it keeps growing. But I look at it as putting together a puzzle, and you're like working with the pieces and you're just getting them to all fit. You know, you have to get in your clinic visits, your direct admits. There's people in the ER that need beds. Somebody crashes on the floor, they need an ICU bed. You've got to move somebody out of ICU. It's all fluid and it's always changing.
Is she the one that needs ICU?
Yeah, so I'm Mike Clark. I'm the manager here of the Admit Transfer Center. I oversee our day-to-day function. I try to coordinate with system leadership, the needs of the system, and relay that to my team, which is made up of highly skilled and experienced registered nurses, many of them with critical care backgrounds. I also have a very niche registration department of patient registrars that have attended extra training in order to provide the registration services that are needed.
What they do here is very complex, intricate work that helps many patients. When we're at very high census, as like today, you need specialists and expertise to determine where's the best place to put our patients. The ATC team makes these decisions.
Our registration team and our nurses are responsible for the placement of patients across our system statewide of 16 hospitals and in excess of 2,500 beds.
So in our department with registration, we ensure that the patient has the correct demographic information, the correct insurance information, because that information flows into the patient's chart that handles by caseworkers if that patient need to be seen closer to their area, if they're coming from Conway, if they're coming from any other part of South Carolina, or not even South Carolina or Georgia.
We like to help coordinate with our smaller local hospitals to find doctors that are capable of doing more. We have just about everything you could imagine here within MUSC, and we try to provide the best care possible for our patients. And we use our combined knowledge to help find the most appropriate placement for each patient with the diverse needs and options available within MUSC.
Some of the shifts that I take are admitting officer of the day. So I'm getting phone calls from the ED clinic, outside hospitals, and ATC and I are partners all day long, side by side. We're just in a challenging time right now where we have more patients than we have hospital beds. And so ATC every day rises to the challenge and is trying to help triage, especially when we have patients boarding in the ED, our PACUs are full, patients are waiting in clinic for a bed outside hospital. I mean, there are just all of these competing forces that are coming together, and ATC just sits down and looks for the best for the hospital, best for the patients, and works with the providers. So they're just amazing.
The way that they do it is not something that you can just pick up in one day. You have to have a learned expertise, and what makes this very valuable and satisfying to me is when you see the efficiencies of movement and you see the patients getting to the right bed at the right place at the right time. That impacts lives. That can, I've seen it save lives. I've seen it make a difference. And so what they do here is extremely important to the success of our hospital, and it is extremely important to the success of our entire health system.